tell that story and then kind of break it down and mess it up and reveal that these characters are maybe a bit more complicated than they seem when we first meet them, you know? That this is a show which doesn't quite have heroes and villains, you know? Hello, Jana. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Hi, Paul. Hi, Elaine. Thank you so much for your time. A pleasure to talk to you both. And very excited.
You too.
Very excited about the series. And
thank you so much.
Yes. So, Paul, what was like the inspiration for the script?
Inspiration. I suppose for me, do you know, I was very lucky because I'd been talking on and off with Elaine for a couple of years. She was very keen on kind of investigating a police show or something in a kind of crime space about confession and the role of confession in police investigations. And then you came to me because Peter Capaldi and Cush Jumbo, who have worked together in the past, were very keen to do something together. And they were quite open to the idea of doing something policey. I think very rapidly that I got very excited by that. And I thought the idea of a crime drama, which basically put right at the heart of it two detectives. One is Peter's character and one is Cush's character, with very different life experiences, very different professional experiences, who are both looking at the same case. That just felt like such a great starting point, such a great trigger for a show. And there's a kind of friction that they have. There's a sort of antagonism that they have, which is right from the start, right from the beginning of from episode 1, which I hope sort of carries us through. You know, we didn't want the show to be one of those sort of double act police shows, you know. Elaine was always very clear about that. You would say to me, Paul, don't make it a double act.
Because every time they started sort of getting too friendly and ending up in police cars together, sort of like solving things together, it's like, no, we're not, that's not what we're making.
Yeah, and so it was sort of almost more of a duel in a way, or certainly presents as that, as a duel than a double act. So I think that was what we set out to make. And TV is so great at these kind of long form stories, so that you can tell that story and then kind of break it down and mess it up and reveal that these characters are maybe a bit more complicated than they seem when we first meet them, you know? That this is a show which doesn't quite have heroes and villains, you know? And hopefully we all feel that like the truth is always a bit more layered and complicated than a soundbite, you know?
Yeah, we wanted in particular to keep the audience guessing about Hegarty. You know, is he good or is he bad, or is he something in between, like the rest of us?
Yeah. What I also love I love the Detective June, because she has that itchy that she doesn't, you know what I mean? She doesn't let go. So I love that on her. So what was about like Cush? Why Cush is so perfect to play her?
Mm-hmm. But I think what I totally agree. I love Cush's performance in this, but I also like the fact that she's, you know, I think she's incredibly courageous character, but she's also not sort of conventionally strong. She doubts herself. I think oftentimes she questions whether she's doing the right thing. Sometimes I think she looks at her life and she thinks, you know, am I failing as a mum? Am I failing professionally? Why can't I get on better with my colleagues? You know, she has sort of, I think, very human like frailties that I certainly can identify with, you know. And so I think that's what maybe makes her to me feel a bit more kind of real and relatable, I suppose.
Yeah, and a bit more nuanced. You know, I agree with what you say. You know, that sort of dog with a bone quality is brilliant. But I think what's great is also to have that sort of self-doubt that she constantly. So, you know, was it me? Did I get that wrong, or was I right to think that person actually said that thing, or that person actually did that thing to me?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, sorry.
That's amazing. Paul, I just want to thank you so much for your time. Thank you for including my city, São Paulo. I'm from São Paulo.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you.
It's a
pleasure to talk to you.
Yeah, and thank you, Elaine, and a lot of success. Thank you so much.
Thank you very
Bye.
much.
Thank you so
Take care. Bye-bye.
If you like this video, don't forget to comment, to like, and subscribe to our channel right here.